Okay, so the Eddie Izzard Hammer Films Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde that I made a video about a week or so ago has a new update with a release date. And I was scrolling through my Twitter, my X, whatever you want to call it, and I came upon this post. And I'm not going to read the post, the name of the poster, because I don't want them to get a bunch of harassment. It's someone I interact with occasionally, but it's how I saw this article that I'm about to read to you with the update information. And it says, this poster said, the fact that my beloved Hammer Horror Studios cast a loony troon like him as a woman MD makes the whole studio and production a laughingstock. And so you understand this poster is a woman. It hurts my heart to see Hammer have fallen so far from the heights of greats like Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, to which they receive one reply, oh my gosh, Eddie Izzard, he's hilarious. I can't wait to see this. To which the poster replies, the original poster says, there are many women who are very funny and additionally aren't dudes, LOL. Why couldn't one of them have been cast in the part as a woman? So that brings to bear the original argument that I had. Is this, or the question that I had, the argument, however you want to phrase it, is this movie going to make money? Will the people that are arguing for it, that are advocating for Eddie Izzard in this part, going to turn up? Or are they going to open up their wallets for it? Are they going to bring this film into the land of profit? That's my question. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you planning to go? That's my question. Are you planning to go? You know, the opinions of what you think about Eddie Izzard, you know, what for or against. Okay, put those in there too. But let me know, are you planning to go? Are you going to open up your wallets for this? Here we go with the article. And this is from Empire. Eddie Izzard is Dr. Jekyll in new Hammer film with October release date confirmed, exclusive. And this was from about a week ago, actually. It's just I've had a batshit crazy work schedule and just haven't been able to get in front of the camera. And this is by Sophie Butcher. Film studios don't get much more iconic than Hammer Films, the production company that defined the horror genre in Britain throughout the 50s, 60s, and beyond, releasing classics including Dracula, The Curse of Frankenstein, and The Mummy. Whilst the studio's repertoire expands beyond just horror movies, its back catalog of monsters and more are its signature and have had a lasting impact on the genre to this day. Nearly 90 years after Hammer was founded, they're moving into a new era with the release of Dr. Jekyll, a modern take on the classic double identity story starring comedy and screen legend Eddie Izzard in the titular role. Izzard plays Nina Jekyll, an infamous doctor who takes on some hired help in the form of ex-convict Rob, played by Scott Chambers. Little does Rob know, he's part of a sinister master plan concocted by Nina's alter ego, Rachel Hyde. Chaos and weirdness ensues, and he and Nina must work together to prevent Hyde from destroying Jekyll's life. Empire has two new exclusive images from the movie to share. The first above showing Izzard as Nina. So that's right there. The second below features Izzard and Chambers and hints at the gothic feel and setting of the film. And there you go right there. Although, I mean, you know, Rob, is that his name? Rob is wearing a flannel shirt, so I don't know how gothic this is going to be in a t-shirt, and it looks like a pair of jeans. So it looks like a pretty modern setting, unless this is something that isn't making it into the film. Empire can exclusively reveal that Dr. Jekyll will be released in UK cinemas from October 27. That says nothing about the US. A supremely spooky time of year, and just in time for Halloween. The film also stars Lindsay Duncan and Simon Callow and is directed by Joe Stevenson. So, I mean, we've got about 5 weeks in the UK. Nothing so far of a U.S. release. I imagine this probably isn't going to make it into the big cinema houses. It might. Hammer's a big name all over the world. especially in the UK and the US. I guess we'll see what we see. I'm not advocating for it to tank. What I'm advocating for is a good story. And I think what the poster said initially had some validity to it. You know, you could have just as easily cast a woman in the role, or a biological woman, whatever you want to do. I call her a woman. You could have cast a woman in the role that could have been funny, you know, and had something from there. I personally don't see, I mean, if you really want to know what my opinion is, I don't see why we couldn't go with a really traditional Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's the story that works. That's the story that's made tons of money over the years. I'm a big fan. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Right here. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, he does not invite someone in the house, you know, some house guest or ex-convict. So it's some sort of adaptation. I mean, you know, and they're all adaptations to some extent, but it would have been great just to have a traditional one. I'm a fan of Eddie Izzard. I said it before, from the days of Shadow of the Vampire, from the days of Hannibal, from the days of the Ocean's trilogy. And I guess we'll see what we see. I haven't heard anything about a U.S. release. It might not make it here. I imagine that kind of distribution will cost a lot more money. And this doesn't sound like a big budget, and that they're going to want to, you know, maybe they'll test the waters and see what happens in the UK and then decide from there. Okay, that's my video. Like I said, leave a comment. Let me know if you're planning to see it. If it makes it to the US, will you actually open your wallet and see it? Will you actually go to the cinema house and see it? Personally, I have the Regal app here in the US, so I spend $20 a month. I can see as many movies as I want for the most part, unless it's like IMAX or, you know, 3D or something like that. It's like 50 cents a movie. But if it shows up, I'd probably go see it. Yeah, just to review it for the show. I'd be curious. But will you go see it? What do you think? Let me know. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be more updates. We've constantly got content coming out. And I will see you all in the next video. Share the video. Have a good one, everybody. Later, Gators.